Welcome to your astrological natal chart forecast report. Tis your boy, the Peace Dealer, and I hope you gain the utmost of quality from this natal chart report. I am definitely very amazed to see these medley of energies, some of which directly connect with me. So it is with high hopes that I wish you truly connect with the words expressed in this report. Right off the bat, we see not only is your rising Leo, but your sun is in Leo. Or, in fact, it would be more accurate to say your sun is Leo. Your sun representing your conscious awareness is highly indicative of the method and mechanic of which you freely express the essence of who you are. Whereas the moon is going to represent the core of who you are, which is something that moving forward I'm going to propose as a model of understanding natal chart, astrology and natal charts. In that, when you look at the relationship between the moon and the moon is more inerted and representative of your ability to be receptive to energy, which we see with not only the moon, but Chiron. And then the sun is going to be a more exertive force, where we see it expresses everything that's inside at the core. And so your sun sign is how you bring out your moon sign. And your moon sign is how you feel about everything your sun sign is aware of. And so, right off the bat, I say this with no air of sarcasm in my voice, and I say this with full certainty and true seriousness. You are not Nicole. You are Queen Nicole. You have the coveted, and yes, I'm going to say it again, the coveted. In fact, I'm going to look up the word coveted right now just so we can read it, because I'm not playing around. Coveted, greatly desired or envied. I gave up a coveted job, that of editor-in-chief. Yep, not playing around. We really do this. The coveted Leo rising. Because who really doesn't want to be queen or king? Who really doesn't want to just walk into a room dripping with so much swag? Everyone just has to stop what they're doing and look at you. Let's just make this clear, because I see how it is now. It's cool to hate. It's cool to hate on Leo. So people acting like you're not the most coveted zodiac sign. You are the lead role if this was a play and a stage performance. You are the lead role of this play. Think George Soros. Everyone's talking about George Soros right now. George Soros just seems to be at the source of everything. That's because he's a Leo. Think Obama. Everybody loves them, Obama. Or you know, they're open about what he's really doing. He's a Leo. Okay. I just wanted to open up, you know, awareness. Lil B, renowned artist, Leo. And we already know the Leo King. So I just want to shout out to Paul Dottie. That's another Leo with their sun on their rising. So I just wanted to establish this. This is not a long drawn out rant. There's a reason why I'm bringing this energy, because people want to act like they're not jealous that they're not the main character of the play. So this is not Leo's sun in the 7th house. This is not Leo's sun in the 11th house. This is not Leo's sun in the 5th house. This isn't even in the first. This is on the AC. This is the Queen Nicole show. Say it with me. This is the Queen Nicole show with the movie and the book. Yes. And if anyone has a problem with that, they can leave. They can leave the play. They can go somewhere. This is perhaps the most important thing that I'm saying in this reading, and I am not capping. I'm not joking. Like, regardless of anyone who's laughing, like, this is not a joke, especially when it comes to the facet of Leo being narcissism. I have Mercury on my AC, and my sun falls in my first. So the whole concept of focusing the entirety of your awareness and mind on you and relating everything on you is going to come off as being massively self-absorbed until you remember, wait a minute, I'm Queen, and it's the Queen Nicole show. Kiss the ring. So I'm just saying, because we can see hating ass Pluto creeping in the 4th house. We see you. We see you. We see you. Yes. 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 And that is an outside influence. This 90-degree, but technically 86-degree angle that is coming into, it's an opening square coming into a closing square, is going to represent that deep-seated envy that people are like, damn, I wish I had life just shining on me like her. Okay, and I'm saying it in an extremely petty way, but this plays out in the most menial and regular situations that you will sometimes get thrown off with, because it's like, why are you throwing shade? I was just asking you what time it is. And you have to understand this is totally different ballgame. It's not that we're dealing with an irrational envy. I normally wouldn't stay this much time on talking about this, but all Leos with that Pluto and Scorpio, we need to have this conversation. I need to make a video about it. Like, it's a thing. It's an actual thing. And Leo, unfortunately, because Leo gets it. See, Aquarius gets it too, but Aquarius is genius. They air it out. So when Aquarius gets it, they know how to, it's not like playing the victim, but they know how to address it because this is in their 10th house, to where they air it out. Literally, true them being an air sign, and everyone knows. The way it happens for you, Leo, is hidden, it's private, and it's shady. So it's like you can bring light to it, and then the Scorpio energy will be like, oh my goodness, you're just crazy. Like, it's not all about you. It's not all about you. Meanwhile, it's like, are you kidding me? Like, I know what you did. Now we're going to talk about how you have your moon in Gemini. So such tactics will never work on you. It's a dud. It's a dud. But I just want to be clear here. I'm dedicating the first 10 minutes to making sure we're clear. This is the Queen Nicole show, because you are at full light. You are at full. It's not even so much about you being self-absorbed and making everything about yourself. That is literally what you're here to do. Let's not even get started on your destiny. How you doing that inspires other people to see into who they are, just based on how they respond to you. Because you are the lead role. So anyone that you interact with is now a part of this movie that you were casted to star in. We haven't even truly started the reading, and this is just unbelievably gangster already. Boom. In fact, I just started my day off with these readings, and so this is the energy you be blessing people with, because I'm already like vibrant. Boom. So thank you, Queen Nicole. And I just want to establish once again, like, this is going to be a narrative. now that you're breaking through and you're stepping into the 7th house chapter, the controlled opposition is going to aim to weaken the Leo's strength over the next 2 years, and your test is to stand your ground. Knowing that you have true support, you have a very magic and strong 11th house Gemini, so you have true friends that come through in a moment's notice and just shut that BS down. See, not every Leo has that Gemini support, so you are very blessed. And that's another thing. But before I say that, but your test is to definitively stand your ground, and it's gonna pretty much devolve down to this. Saturn in Aqua wants you to keep that same energy. Now that you've cultivated this very extreme level of self-confidence and really stepping into how this is your show, Saturn in Aquarius wants you to keep that same energy. Like, oh, okay, well, is it really your show? How come it's not my show? It should be my show. And you're just going to systematically be like, kiss the ring, watch me shine. and it's all about not letting you hold on, because like when you say kiss the ring, that sounds pretentious, but it's really not though. Like there's this highly magic quality to you not only having 8 degrees sun on your AC and then 19 degree Chiron, the key, on your soul. This is a manifestation of true love and courage that if I was a casting director, your lead role on my show. There's no way. There's no way. I'm not even auditioning anyone else. It's like, oh my goodness, I was looking for you. And so I'm pretty sure that's how it actually feels in real life. And there's a reason for that. So, the astronomical odds of this and you being born at 5:50 a.m. is so rare. This lends into the supernaturally unique nature of your character. And calculating that your life path number is 6, which to me represents balance, and it was, I think, about 15-6. I don't see any 6 degree numbers, but we do know that given the awareness of your identity, this is what's going to allow you to usher in very extraordinary partnerships that fulfill the dictates of your majesty. And to go a little bit deeper into that, it's highly significant to have your sun smack dab on the AC, because your spirit is effectively an instrument of your own personality, and you're the only one that doesn't really have a mask here. Everyone else has a mask, because your AC is really your mask of your spirit that you express. It's the personality. Whenever you're not using your sun sign, you're your AC. And so for your sun to be your AC, it means that you are your spirit's identity. And this is something that I've been really looking into recently, where it's interesting too, because the woman taps more into the moon sign than the man, and the man taps more into the sun sign. So I've always felt that I was Gemini. But I'm learning recently that because my sun is the 2nd house, I'm actually more, and my moon is more directly linked to my AC. So I'm actually more my Capricorn moon. And my identity is tied around my Mercury and Cap moon, and my sun is more of a quality of spirit I have. Whereas in your case, you are the spirit source. You are the spirit of love, courage, and source, amongst other things. But this not only sets you up to be a metahuman and demigoddess, but this of ancient folklore. But this also literally ties your identity to the ever-living spirit of Christ. And this now makes you more your sun, which is even more important because the sun is at its dignity in Leo. And once we now connect this significance to how you identify with yourself in every experience, the true quality of your soul is what makes you receptive to where you truly belong. And Chiron is now going to facilitate conversations and thinking patterns due to the conversations you have with others to not only casually telepath what they're thinking, but also align people who are meant to be where they truly belong. And that's usually with you. It's a fancy way of saying, you get to be a part of my entourage. And this is where we get even crazier because you have a fixed cross now. A mutable cross. And this is actually what makes you supernaturally magical. The supernatural magic component of your abilities, and we can safely say abilities because Sagittarius is tied to your 5th house of talents, is actually Saturn and mainly Uranus in your 5th, squaring Jupiter in Pisces, which is insane. That is insane. So it's like you're a lead role character with anime superpowers. And you can like Sailor Moon transform whenever you feel like it. And the activating mechanic is a hair flip. And you do a Wonder Power hair flip. And then you have anime superpowers. So the reason why I say that is insane is in order to really conceptualize the supernatural potential of Uranus in Sagittarius square Jupiter in Pisces, you're taking two unconventional as all heck energies and you're placing them in inherently unstable magical signs that represent infinities and paradoxes because of the different infinite possibilities that anyone can do in a simple moment. The reason why I'm not ripping my t-shirt off and running across the street is because I have made a Capricorn decision, which is even more gangster, to see your Mars there on Neptune, indicating the intuitive actions that you harness at its exalted state to pretty much move like a gangster in your day-to-day routine. And when I say a gangster, I'm not joking. I truly do mean that you are a spiritual Neptune gangster, Mars exalted in Capricorn, and the way you exert discipline in the gangsterific ways you take action like a straight up boss. This is so very important though, because the Uranian unconventionality of the way you tap into your inner child is not so much unconventional as much as it is completely insane and outside the realm of understanding that most mortal beings would even consider normal. So everything that you consider fun is not only wild, but wildly insane, more so due to the incredible and amazing ability for you to not only intuitively see the future by comprehending the meaning of everything you're currently creating with the essence of your heart. And so once again, not only are you able to see into the future, Jupiter instantly also now gives you intuitive insight on why you're seeing the meaning of what you're seeing as it pertains to dealing with other people. What does this look like? This is literally like walking into a room, raising the vibration and being intuitively led to just start singing. And Jupiter in the 8th is now the intuitive, instinctual reaction to other people while you're singing, with Mercury retrograde in the 12th in Cancer, to actually now analyze while you're singing in Sagittarius, fully focused on this amazing sense of unconventional, out-the-box style creativity. You are also psychoanalyzing how people's lack of authenticity or reaction to it may either mean that they don't like it or your vibration is negatively affecting them versus other people who you can start to see feel visibly enjoying of what you're singing. Just an example. This all happens to give you a mastery of perception. And the way I'm trying to paint this is the supernatural aspect of Uranus and Jupiter lends to mastery of being able to reality warp the environment around you, not only just based on how you feel, but stepping into how you visualize the experience and what you literally imagine you want other people to feel based off of what your Mercury and Cancer in the 12th can unconsciously pick up on how they feel. And to bring more context to that, this is a very mastermind in the most unconventional place, because Mercury really doesn't like Cancer. I mean, it doesn't hate Cancer, but would you rather be in a zodiac sign that allows you to officially compute numbers and logic, or would you be in a sign that's complex, irrational, and you don't get the same answer all the time because it's dependent on how you feel? Mercury usually enjoys more logically consistent and factual energy. That doesn't change the fact that you having this in the 12th house in Cancer actually supercharges your ability to speak powerfully and receive and process information in this highly divine psychic way. In a nutshell, it's also going to reveal very clearly the ulterior motives of individuals around you. It's going to be this very weird sense of feel, or strange sense of feel, that instantly hooks you into how well you can trust. Going back to the 5th and 8th house energy, another reason why you may experience a sense of trust issues is with this 8th and 5th house square here. Experiences can rapidly shift and change in a way that can threaten the fixed quality of your spirit. But thankfully, your soul is directly receptive to this dynamic, and this is what now allows you to harness the understanding of what's true of everyone around you. Your heart analyzes the reality of the situation and what you can realistically manifest from it. Ironically, this is the 9 of Pentacles, so this is the independently rich, successful woman, and it's also going to represent developing a healthy sense of self-esteem. It's just with Virgo, you can also be so perfectionist, you may be your own worst critic. But Jupiter in Pisces is being careful about the nebulous and strange offers of others, because that can really lead you susceptible to be taken advantage of, especially before Saturn has gone through there. Now it won't, because everything I said before about this energy being unstable is given the potential that it has to go out of control. But because Saturn now anchors your 5th house, this is what's going to have you dip into this genius and crazy part of yourself that won't be crazy really, because Saturn maintains it with solid values and determination of focus to actually now be independent and make money off what you love doing. And this is important because North Node in Aries is one of the most gangster destiny paths. Your destiny path is literally to just chuck the middle fingers up and be like, I'm doing what I want. And then you have to show that to the world. So your MC is your religion. Your destiny is literally to teach the world the religion of living life on your own terms and being you. Because you show people this and then they get inspired and they see you fully tapping into who you are with no mask, glowing. And if they're not jealous, it's like, this is so inspirational. I'm coming into the truth of my own heart too, just by watching you. And it should look like a full-on sitcom. And if someone's not an extra, like they're directly announced, your moon in Chiron is very key, because this is what allows you to say just the right words to heal people's minds. and allow them to really change the way they think and transmute their patterns. This grants high levels of telepathy too, with the Uranian aspect, that you're able to show people what they're thinking. So I hope you enjoyed this report. Very amazed, really, to see the authenticity dripping from your ability to harness you. And with the decan of this being in the sun, this sense of triplicity is just hones more into how you represent the source and shine your light in ways that really take you on an adventure of discovery as far as being you as you can truly be. Until next time, peace.